Hello everybody, welcome back to Vex Gaming, and we're back to playing Amnesia Dark Descent. Epic, come on, skip. There we go, we're going to continue into the darkness. Okay, it is off this time to make sure we're right. Okay, wine bottle. No blood? Okay. We just figured out that bad shit's going on here. Very bad shit. People are locking people in basements to hide them. Ugh. My name is Wilhelm, House of the Grinch. Grinch. Right? Hopefully. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the castle of Burgundy. As most of the archaeology, or I don't know how you say that. I was curious about what this supposed knight of the order could want. Okay, let me reread this. Yeah. Want from me and accept not the invitation. The Brandon was friendly and offered me a position. It draws on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because the fossils of my past, and not the honors I'd been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was kidnapped, healthily human upon his slight test women, and do so without asking questions. In the return, he would assist my character at the royal court of blah blah blah. Even since that day, I brought men, women, and children to Burgundy. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even a hundred. None of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Brandon invited me, my men, down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as discredited the stairs, but he instead enjoyed the host, the wine taste fine, and the many drink in restaurants. Okay, that's just telling the story of what happened and why they got down here. So that's good. We know he's a murderer. Okay. Let's get out of here. We know there's a monster down there, and back to the main entrance. After enduring 3 days of allergies, sailed boat wheels finally. I'm not gonna do a lot of reading out loud. I'll let you guys do that when you watch. My voice hurts after a long time of reading and speaking. Okay, I gotta go around this. Laboratory script. Remember to close doors behind me. How do I mix them? How do I do this? Boom, boom, boom. Chemicals need to be mixed first. Run off to the laboratory, it is! Oh, God. Mm-hmm. Four different chemicals. I got those. Okay. Pot of acid. What does my notebook say? Notes. Nope. Order. Nope. The stairs have collapsed. Find a way to climb back up. Maybe using some boxes. Okay, boxes are the way to go. But there is a barrel I could have used. Boop. Take this. Ouch. Ouch. I should be here like this. Let's try. Then this. This. Almost there. No, up, no, down. Yeah, we gotta put that. Okay, what? Okay, fine. Okay, this is so about reading. Okay. Oh my god. Oof. 1, 2, no, 2. Back. Is there a lot? Okay. Wow. That just infuriating me. The cloth smells of the desert. A dump musk. The pieces lay scrambled on top. Too many of them, he thought, or perhaps too few. There we go. Yeah, well. All this for a simple burning acid. To the refinery we go! Now these episodes will end without an intro because I'm recording them after and after, so it's going to be not difficult, but not easy to tell when. Each are going to be 30 minutes long. Stream with an hour, 50 something minutes. How many names can I have?
This level was first called Distillery, and if you check the data file, it's still named as such. Now, for some reason, I told Mikke, a writer, that it was called Refinery, and the voiceover was recorded with the wrong name. Since it's easier to change a name than a piece of voice data, we had to rename it. I'm glad I said Refinery though, and not King's Hall or Grandma's Vegetable Patch. That would not have been as fitting.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason for the darkness, that is?
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Okay. Kept enemies in your coaching. Let me see how it's spot. Avoid looking at the enemies for too long. It'll drain you.
22nd of June, 1859.
Okay.
It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Oh. Sanity potion collected. No. sorry for the very intense quietness, like, not trying to die already again. What to do? Something's clogged it. This is a bad idea. This is a very bad idea. Okay.
June,
Okay.
1839.
Yeah.
I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care, and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Okay. Okay, so I need to find something to let that liver move. Wrong way. It's like, you don't let that liver move. I need to take a sanity potion. Is it calming down? Miss Sandy should be calming down. Calm down, Betty. Calm down. Drink some liquor. All is good. All is good. This lantern helps my sanity. It's currently stuck on something. Oh. Booty booty ba da boo boo. As we're entering the Seller's archives. We just keep it our that nice. But I'm just saying there's lots to go. It's just the beginning. Oh. Introduction. Theme of the Guardian.
Monster has its own musical theme, which you can hear in many situations in the game, even if the Guardian is not physically present. Actually, it's more like a noise sound than a certain melody, and I played it with my bassoon. The theme has many forms, and this one is almost a direct sound coming from the instrument.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm Mikko Tarmia, the composer from Amnesia Dark Descent. You may have heard my music before if you played the Penumbra game series, and I did a couple of tracks for Penumbra Tech Demo too. So this is my 5th project with Frictional Games, and I'm happy to be a part of the team.
I need something to throw.